So as promised, I am going to do a few little tutorials for you guys, and this specific one is well, maybe not so much of a tutorial, but a review. So this is my Android phone, and you can see just all my stuff here in different little folders. So let's do Blue Card. Now, I don't know if it is something that happens every time, but I've noticed, at least for me, it asks me, do I want to accept the terms? So I always say yes. And as you can see here on the beginning screen, and there's a little disclaimer or whatever, it's based on the 50th percentile according to the CDC's growth charts, and that's the current standards. You got a choice, and you can even, there's your pick pounds or kilos. So if you're into one of those, whichever. I think it's probably easier for someone to just say, okay, my kid is 5 years old. All right, and then you just hit submit. Well, it says you did. There it goes. All right. And now we have the medication list. So there it is, 18.3 kilos. Now, if you're into hand-heavy, hand-heavy is going to tell you that it's 20 kilos. That's what hand-heavy says it is, and that's the thing where you count your fingers, and you go 1, 3, 5 is your middle finger, so that's 10, 15, 20 kilos. There's also a mathematical formula, age in years times 2 plus 10. So 5 times 2 is 10. That's pretty close to 20 kilos. Broslow, I think it's length based, so I think it'll vary from patient to patient. So this is kind of what you're working with. You can see it gives you different clinical situations. Let's say you want to RSI this 5-year-old. Hopefully you wouldn't have to do so. But there's all your pre-medication, your sedative, your paralytics. So, and there's the etomidate. And if you like vecuronium, well, that's actually pretty good for kids. So there we go. There's some vecuronium. Even tells you how to mix it. We'll scroll down here to the bottom. Oh, they got cardiac. And cardiac is usually something that's pretty easy for you to memorize. How about poisoning? How cool is that? So it gives you the poison control number. It gives you the fluids. There's even your cyano kit. Which is something that probably most of you guys do not remember off the top of your head. There's Glucagon. So there's anaphylaxis, which is pretty common. So there's your Benadryl, your Epi, your IV fluids, your Solumedrol. So we've got our H1 and our H2. So if you have the ability to give Zantac. Alright, so let's go back to the home screen there. There's PALS for you. Pretty simple. Let's see what it does when we click on tachycardia. Oh, wow. It actually pulls up the 2010 guideline for PALS, which is currently what we're still using, even though, yes, 2015 came out. 2015 guidelines, not everybody is trained to that level just yet. Can't even get the textbooks, I think, until like March. So let's go back to vital signs. What's important? Well, there's the heart rate. respiratory rate, normal blood pressure, what's hypotension, what's the GCS. Let's click on GCS and see what it does. It tells you how they should respond. Alright, and even equipment. So a tube blade. And yes, it is going to be a straight IV catheter, ET tubes, chest tubes, all kinds of stuff. If you like looking at the different formulas, there you go. So this is a very neat and interesting little app, and really all you have to do is simply just... Oh, one last thing I did not actually show you guys. Medication list. There is a ton of medications listed. Oh, there's ketamine for those ketamine folks. I think I saw there's fentanyl for those fentanyl folks out there. So tons and tons of medications here, and it is, well, now at your fingertips. Guys, my name is John Newton here at Medic Life, and this has been a review of Blue Card. It is free and downloadable, and you'll find that in the description attached to this particular video for both Android and iOS. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and come back and hang out with us sometime.